everyone. This is Talk Time with Cynthia. Today, I want to just check in on you guys, see how you're doing. I hope everybody is doing well. This virus is getting out of control. I don't know if you guys been making sure you pay attention to the news and stuff. Just make sure you stay by the TV, paying attention to the news. Go out as less as possible. Don't be out there just having fun and doing this and doing that. Go out. Don't be in a panic, but go out only if you absolutely have to go out, because this thing is being spread by people going out and just not really thinking that it's a seriousness to it. Because I know in Italy, I've seen like trucks, look like truckloads of people being taken to the crematory, is that what you call it, to go be cremated. And so they're not even giving people the opportunity to bury their family. So if you don't want to be put into that situation of burying your family, you just be careful that making contact and connection with people, because I still see people shaking hands and hugging people, and you cannot do that. You absolutely cannot do that. You have to take precautions, no matter how much you love somebody. And then also I saw on the news where this family had, I think she was like 98 years old, but she was in her 90s, I do know. And they were standing out by the road, and while she stood in the doorway, and they said happy birthday to her so they didn't miss her birthday, which I thought that was beautiful. Because they love her so much that they're not gonna put her in harm's way. So you just have to be careful, and also don't do things out of spite. I did see, and this was like a few months ago, where a lady over in Asia, she and I guess I shouldn't have said where she was from, and I do apologize for that, but she licked all of her fingers and just rubbed them all over the elevator keys. Let's keep our morals intact. Let's do the right thing, and just be careful. Be mindful of everything, every situation, standing close to people. Because from what I understand, they think possibly it might be, you know how the droplets, like you can be having a conversation with somebody and spray them while you're talking. And then another, a governor, I think from New York, I think it was from New York, he was saying that 6 feet, either he was from New York or either California, one of those. 6 feet is the distance that you should be standing from somebody, so that you don't get infected. And I'm not sure how it's being spreaded. I know somebody said that you can get it through your eyes. Then somebody said, of course, your mouth and your nose. I'm gonna go ahead on and pull up on my computer and see symptoms, cause people just have so much information, and you have to go and do your own research yourself. And then I did do upload a video where when you go into the video, and I was talking about while I was walking my dog, I was talking about the coronavirus and what it is. They posted right above my video. YouTube posted right above the video information about the coronavirus. So, but just do your own research. Don't listen at people talking and having conversation and just hearing what they got to say. Get your own information for yourself. It's very important. But I'm gonna read off the symptoms to you guys, okay? I'm gonna say symptoms. Of the coronavirus, okay? And that's what I typed in. And that's all you have to do. You just type it in. And then I'm gonna get my symptoms from the CDC. So it's coming straight from the disease center. So let me make sure. Okay. It says coronavirus disease. It says people may be sick with the virus for 1 to 14 days before developing symptoms. The most common symptoms of corona disease, and they have it spelled COVID-19. And it says, the most common symptom of coronavirus disease are fever, tiredness, and a dry throat. So if you got a dry throat, what you're going to do, you're going to be coughing a lot. So you got to be careful, right, guys? Most people, about 80%, recover from the disease without needing special treatment. But make sure that you're in that 80%. So if you're feeling the way, you need to go to the doctors. You go to the hospital and let them take a look at you. And make sure that you are in that 80% that will recover by themselves. You don't make that decision on your own. If you're feeling those symptoms of fever, tiredness, and your throat is dry and you're coughing excessively, then you have to go. Now, it is some people that have a positive diagnosis, but they don't have symptoms, which was, I think I saw on YouTube, Idris Elba. Was it on YouTube or somewhere? I think it might have been on one of the social media channels. I don't want to say it was a one, and then I don't know. But anyway, he said he did, Idris Elba, with his fine self, y'all. I got to put that out there. He said he didn't have any symptoms. So you might not have symptoms at all. So that's why, even if you're not feeling like you have symptoms, you still have to be careful because, and I don't know if you could be a carrier or not, but I'm sure it might be a possibility. I am not sure of that. So don't quote me saying that, oh, such and such said that we could be a carrier. I don't know that. So just be careful. In any case, is what I'm saying. You have to be careful. Then it says 80% recover from the disease without needing special treatment. More rarely, the disease can be serious and even fatal. Fatal means death, guys. Fatal. Okay? Fatal. Fatal. So don't be walking around here and saying crazy stuff like, oh, everybody gotta die, it's inevitable, like Vanessa Hudgens did, which I thought was just crazy. And what the hell they said, unconscionable. So it's crazy if I said that right. So then it says older people and people with other medical conditions such as asthma, diabetes, or heart disease. Sorry, diabetes or heart disease. And then it says may be more vulnerable to becoming severely ill. So it says, let me read that again. More rarely, the disease can be serious and even fatal. Older people and people with medical conditions such as asthma, diabetes, or heart disease may be more vulnerable to becoming severely ill. Okay, but let me say this. They say elder people and people with diseases or whatever, but you know, people as young as 30 and 40 years old are dying from this thing. So y'all be careful. And so it's just taking the precaution. You get your hand sanitizer, you get your wipes, and you make sure you wiping your hands. Make sure you being careful where you putting your hands on the counter. Make sure you're careful touching your face. Just anywhere in the face area, the head, everywhere. Making sure that, excuse me, you're bathing daily. Making sure you're washing your hair daily. Making sure that you do this. Okay, so now what just happened? Something just popped up on my thing here, guys, because I was still reading. Which I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can back out of that. Yeah, I was. And like I said, with me, I just have allergies, and I know that, and that's just like way years young kid or whatever, just dealing with it. So, that's not it over here. But so, you just have to be careful. Just be careful, careful. And even, I don't know, and I don't want to say something crazy, but I just try to make sure nobody pets my dog, because you never know how if it transferred that way. Don't let nobody pet your dog. Nobody kissing on your kids. And if you keep your kids away from the daycare and stuff, because you know kids come in contact with their parents or whatever. You just have to be careful. Because now I do realize people have to work, so they might not have that option whether or not they can keep their kids away from the daycare or whatever. But I do know some of the daycare systems or whatever, what do you call it? The child care system, you know, the whole system for all the schools, or allowing the daycares to stay open, but they letting the schools close. I'm like, that doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't make sense to me at all. Because, I mean, can't kids get sick from this thing? I'm not sure. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, how does that work? And even if they can't get sick from it, and then somebody come in contact with the kids, and then the kids come in contact with their parents who can get sick from it, then, I mean, how does that translate? But anyway, so I'm not putting no new information out there. That's not new information. That's just me thinking out loud and wondering, why are these daycares still being allowed to open? It doesn't make it really does not make sense to me. And I don't know if you guys heard about the government supposed to be trying to send checks out to all the families in the state that excuse me, that not even that affected, just everybody. So, and I think they said if you make a certain amount, if the checks will go from 1,200 to a little lower than that, which I should have got better information. And then if you make 99,000 or more, I think they said, or more or less, I forget, but do your research on that, about the checks that the government might be sending out. Just Google it and then do your information, find out that information, so that if a check comes in the mail and you guys like, well, where did this check come from? Well, you'll know that it comes from the government, because of course the government have your government either, I think it's either yellow, a white envelope, or yellow, not yellow, but gold, white, and I think it's a blue, and then I think it's a pink one too, depending on, I don't know, you know, what color that one's going to be, but it's going to be from the Internal Revenue people, so you'll know that. But yes, it is a check that you guys can keep. So look out for that if you lost your job. Oh yeah, and then I just want to send out some heartfelt emotions toward people who lost their jobs in this moment in time, or either hopefully it's just a layoff, and then once this is over you can go back to your job. I pray that. So y'all, this is a hard time, but just just be patient and just trust and believe God that everything is gonna pan out and do what it's supposed to do in your favor. And just pray and ask God, Lord, let your favor be. And I'm saying, if you don't know how, I'm saying how. Lord, let your favor be upon my life. You know, and you just got to trust and believe that the prayer that you just prayed, Lord, let your favor be upon my life. And work things all together for the good, for me. And so, and for this country, right, guys? So, and you say that prayer and you just trust and believe everything gonna be all right. And I know sometimes it's easier said than done, but everything's gonna be all right, guys. Yeah, but we have a part that we have to do. We have to stop going into these streets and start making sure we wash our hands, take a little small bottle of hand sanitizer with us, start bleaching everything down, and pine salt, and cleaning window sills, and changing air conditioning vents and stuff like that. You just have to be proactive on a lot of stuff that is going on. Very proactive, because you do not know. You do not know. You can't assume that, oh, I'm going to go over here because there's a little bit of people over here. And them little bit of people could be affected people. So you just have to be careful. And then just like some of the YouTubers, I hear them say, let's not get into a panic. Let's try not to stockpile everything. Let us get enough for our family, but let us remember that it's other families that's out there that don't have the financial wherewithal that they can get their stuff right away. So you want to leave some on the shelf for them too. God's gonna provide for all of us. You know, do your preparation, but realize that God's gonna provide for all of us. And just like some of the YouTubers I hear say, this too shall pass, right? This too shall pass. And we done got through a lot worse than this as a country. So we're gonna get through this, guys. And then, and my condolences to all the people that's lost somebody. I don't downplay that. I don't make small of that, because I know what it is to lose somebody. I've lost a husband. I've lost a baby. So I know what that is. I don't put myself in this space and say, I know what you're going through, because people go through things differently. So I'm not going to say that. But I will say, going through something, you have to remember you're going through it. So meaning you're going through, and it's going to be another side to it. And the other side is better than what you're going through. Y'all understand what I'm saying? I ain't trying to preach to you, but I'm just trying to put it to you real. And like they say, this too shall pass. But we got to get through it. We got to let it take its course, and we're going to be all right. And if we just stick together, and that's my platform. And it seems like everything that I'm seeing on my platform is falling in line. We got to come together as a neighborhood, as a community, as a city, as a state, as a nation, as a world. I've said that. And it's ringing true right now. We got to all come together. We got to do our part. All of this classism and racism and all of this crazy stuff, we can't be focused on foolishness. We got to come together and do the right thing, right? We got to do the right thing and make sure that we ain't doing things that we know will affect people. But maybe it's not bothering you to a certain extent, a certain degree, but be respectful unto the people that it does bother, that they are concerned. Do your part in and making sure that you're making it safe and putting them at ease. That's what we do for each other when we love each other. When we are connected to one another, we make each other feel better about situations that they have to deal with. That is easier for us to deal with. Then we can be their strength, right, guys? We can be their strength. And that's what we have to do, because we gotta love on each other. We got to be kind to each other. We got to be compassionate to each other. we got to be a blessing to each other. And just like they were saying, you got older people that doesn't have anybody to bring them food and stuff. And if you see your neighbor and you know your neighbor cannot get out, go to the store for them. If you don't have the money, I'm sure they might have the money. Or even if you know somebody that's got a little bit of money and y'all put in the pot together to go help that elderly person while this thing is going on. You understand what I'm saying? Because this is what we got to do, because the Bible says our responsibility as young folks is to the children and then to the older people and to the mothers, the single mothers. That's what we do as a nation. This is who we are. We are this nation that comes together. We are this nation that support one another, not some craziness that be spewed all out over the media and craziness. That's not who we are. We are people that support one another when I wish it wasn't when things like this happen. But if we could do it when things like this happen, I know we can do it before things like this happen. And in other situations, which we're not going to get on that. We're going to stay on this, because I could talk about different scenarios where we can do better when it comes to our fellow humans, our fellow Americans. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, just make sure, like, if you have more than enough food for yourself and you know somebody's struggling, because that's what the news say, is people that food banks, they said food banks that need food and stuff. So if you got more than enough for your family or whatever, and you can kind of spare a little bit, then you go ahead and excuse me, and you give whatever you can. And you know, ain't nobody asking you to give to the point that you leave your family hanging out there. That's not what we're saying. Cause you got people that's got 20 cases of water. And I ain't saying that it ain't gonna last that long, blah, 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 or whatever. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, you got 20 cases, you one person, don't you think that you could spare at least one of those cases to help somebody that don't have none at all? That's where your blessing come from. When you reach beyond yourself and beyond what you think, that looking out for you and looking out for somebody else, and there's a blessing in that for you. And that's just not talk. That's biblical. That's biblical. And that's if you believe in God's word. You just make way for when you bless somebody else, you making a way for a blessing for yourself. Not that you're doing it for the blessing, but if you bless somebody, you don't have no choice, because it's just like energy. You sending good out, good don't have no other choice but to come back to you. It's like when you push a swing, right? You push a swing, that swing can't do nothing but come back. You push it, the swing come back. And that's just like the energy that you put out. You push that good energy out, that good energy come back, right? You put negative energy out and you do bad and wrong things, then you push that bad and wrong out, that bad and wrong coming back. So look for it. It might take a while, but these days it seems like it come immediately. When back in the day, it took a while to come. But these days, it look like as soon as you do it, it come. What they say, karma, it come back quick. So, but what I'm trying to say is just do the good, and you know you got more than enough. You know there's a need. You meet that need. You take a couple cans too. It don't take a whole bunch of us to take a couple. It don't take a whole bunch of stuff from a whole lot of us. If a whole lot of us take a few things, then we'll get what we need. I don't know if y'all remember the Feast of Fools, how they didn't have enough, but then whatever they did have, they all brought what they had. By the time they got done, they had a whole spread of stuff that they didn't know that they had before they decided, okay, I have the potatoes, she have the rice, they have the lamb, she's got the bread, she's got the string beans and the tomatoes and the carrots. And so everybody brought their own perspective thing that they had, and then they sit it on the table, and by the time they was done, they had more than enough, so that everybody could be fed. So, and like in the Bible too, it says five little fish and 2 loaves of bread. And it was a song, 5 little fish and 2 loaves of bread. I forget how it goes. 5 little fish and 2 loaves of bread. Jesus will save you. Jesus will feed you, or something like that. But anyway, whoever know that song, comment down below and tell me how that song go. But y'all know what I'm saying. In Sunday school, when we used to sing that song, remember that, guys? So anyway, so I ain't gonna keep on going, but I just wanted to give y'all some information and encourage y'all to stay strong and be patient with this thing, and don't get overexcited, and stay prayed up. Continue to put yourself before God, and let Him know your concerns and your fears about this, and let Him know that to deliver us all as a nation, as a world, because the whole world is going through this thing. I got a hair or something on my lip, but yeah, I got it. But yeah, the whole world is going through this thing, so it ain't time for us to look in. It's time for us to look out and pray. And then once you're looking out and you're praying, right? And by the time you said your blessing will be in, because you're praying, and then you're looking out for other people, and then other people looking out toward your way and praying for you, right? If we pray one for another, then we don't have to worry about praying for ourselves, because we already prayed for, right? And y'all make sure we pray for good stuff now. Don't be praying that somebody meeting their demise now, because you know we got some of us out there like that too, you know. So but just pray. Ready. So just pray that hold on, guys. Okay, y'all, that was the doorbell. I forgot where I was talking at, but we just pray for one another. That's all, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. So I'm gonna just let it go, and if I have some more things I want to talk to y'all about, then I'm gonna talk to y'all about some more things or whatever, you know. But I love you guys so much that's why I want y'all to have this information and to be more serious about this thing than normal. Don't go crazy or be over anxious about it or whatever. But just be careful, just on you know, on how you're moving and stuff like that. But don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment to my channel. And share with your family and your friends. Let them know what your girl is doing, because you know how we do it. We keep it popping over here on the positive side, and we give love, compassion, and kindness over here. Y'all know how we do it. And hey, tell your family and friends to come on over so they can get some of this love and this compassion and kindness, because you know we love real. Ain't nothing fake over here. We love you. We love you, and just believe that. And also don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can get notified of all of my videos whenever I post. And I try to post at least 3 times a week, or sometimes more. So just keep a lookout for them or whatever. But anyway, I love you guys, and I talk to you later. And be safe and be blessed. Bye.